So how did you get on with week 4 of the Find Your Art Style experiment? And I'm
Well,
saying that because you actually told me to say Find Your Art Style experiment. Such a mouthful.
sorry about that. Every week I say it was up and down, don't I?
Yeah.
Do you know what? It was up and down this week. Um, I think because earlier in the week, I think you saw, I thought I'd had an epiphany
Yeah.
because originally I was just going to be doing faces with this. That's what I was concentrating on. My whole niche was going to be faces.
Yeah.
And then in my sketchbook, which I was doing on the evenings, started appearing these characters, which people might know if they've been following. So then I was like, oh, I don't know now. And I thought I'd had this epiphany of bringing the two together.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've now done that twice and I don't think I like it.
So you've learnt something.
So I've learned something. That doesn't mean it's totally discounted, but it's discounted in the ways I've tried it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't like it how I've tried it before.
Right.
And I think the problem with me is well, I've got a lot of problems, but the problem with the face and the thing is, I like both of them, but for different reasons. So
Yeah.
faces, I really like drawing, but it's a kind of, and I don't mean this in a bad way, it's a mindless exercise.
I
Um,
like those.
yeah, in some ways, because I don't have to think too much about it because it's
Yeah.
not, I have to think as in where to put color or where to put the shade and stuff like that. But even if I'm abstracting, it's not hugely brain taxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which in some ways is nice, but then in some ways, once I've done a few in the same sort of style, it doesn't become challenging anymore.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then the characters I like because I never know what's going to happen. And I don't know because I've been doing what you said actually, where I just start. Well, you didn't say this bit, but you said just see what comes up. And I've been starting with
Are you saying I was right again,
no,
Tara?
no. I think it must have came out from, earlier, but you just reminded me, I think. So anyway, I'm starting with a face shape and then just seeing what it could be, who it could be, what the character could be, what they could be doing. And that I'm kind of really enjoying.
Yeah.
But I don't like the look because they don't look as polished. They're more cartoon. So I've got this, but they're more interesting for my brain. But then I prefer the look of the faces.
Yeah, but you can do two things. You don't have to just have one, only one sort of
I
style. You can
I
kind
don't.
of do,
But if I want to be marketable artist,
yeah, but you can market two things in two different ways.
I can, but I need to at least get one right first.
Yes, I see. I know where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
So
what you
it
mean.
doesn't
Yeah,
mean that I have to at least not show one, even if I'm
yeah,
doing it myself.
yeah.
But not at this stage, because at this stage I still need to try and work out what it is.
And yesterday you went back to using watercolor, but you weren't so keen, were you?
No,
Which
because
is
I
really funny because you've used watercolor loads of times in the past, haven't you? But you just aren't enjoying it with these particular characters. Is that right?
yeah, and I think because as well when I did this character, I redrew it, so I traced over one I'd done, and that isn't always an issue for me.
Yeah, it's. Do you know what? I know exactly what you mean because with sketching, sometimes if I do go over loosely with a pencil and then I think, oh, I'll go over and pen, just doesn't have that same
No, I'm okay with
spontaneity.
that
Oh,
because
you don't
the
mind
ones
that,
I'm doing in my sketchbook, I am actually doing in pencil. I'm starting off just
right?
scribbly pencil,
Yeah, and then
and but it's not defined. It's like, oh, what
yeah,
could that be? So it's still part of the working things out, and then
yeah,
I'm inking that in. But it's then when I've sort of inked it in, and then I'm tracing over the ink version. It's a bit dull,
right.
isn't it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's normal. I don't know if like when you're doing your art, is it normal? There's a really boring bit.
What, in sketching or painting?
Painting.
Uh, no, no.
No. See, that's what I'm not sure of.
Well, I don't think so. There's parts I enjoy better than others.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the beginning stages, the underpainting, because I can slowly see shapes and things coming together and I can see whether it's working. There's a bit in between I don't like actually, where it can appear almost, it's very flat, almost cartoon like, but there's no depth because
Yeah.
you're you've got to add layers and
Yeah.
layers, the way I do it anyway, to be able to bring out the form. So that bit I find a bit dull, yeah.
Right.
So actually, yeah, maybe my answer is yes, because yeah, perhaps there is a point where I'm like, oh, and then I start procrastinating a bit because I have to stare at it at that stage for a while before it'll come out to the other side.
Yeah.
Whereas at least what you're doing is only, it is quite a quick process. Sometimes I have to look
Yeah.
at my boring stage for weeks.
Yeah. It's that not knowing what is
Mm.
normal as, is like,
There is no such thing. There's no
I
such thing
know.
because sometimes as well, what you'll see is the process for one piece of art will be completely different for the next. You
Yeah.
know, the next time you might just love the whole lot, and you just I don't know. It just depends as well. I think it's mindset sometimes as well.
Yeah, probably. I mean, like when I started that watercolor yesterday, I think what I like about watercolor, you see, I like doing, I don't, oh yes, well, you can see bits of him. When I did that watercolor face before I put the yellow
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
I did that without any drawing. So I don't draw and I just start putting paint on.
For those of you who don't know what Tara's talking
Oh,
about,
do you want me to pull it over?
she's talking about the picture right behind the pole that you can't see. That's it.
Can you
There
see
you
that?
go.
Okay, so not with the yellow one, but originally that was a
Yeah,
watercolor.
it
And
was.
when
Yeah,
I do that, I don't draw it. I just go
you just go
start with
straight in.
watercolor.
Yeah.
And I like that,
Mm.
but I get the proportions a bit wrong, but I like it because it's spontaneous.
Doesn't really matter about the proportions when it comes to characters, does it? Because anything goes. That's what's fun
Yeah,
about it.
but it wouldn't, I don't think it, well, maybe it would. I haven't tried it, but I don't know if it would work for me starting in watercolor that way. Because because that, you see, I'm using a reference, so I know what I'm trying to achieve.
Yeah,
I've got a reference face in front of me.
yeah,
Whereas when I do a character, I haven't got any reference. I'm just starting with a face shape. And I
yeah.
don't think watercolor would work like that necessarily. Maybe it would.
I don't know.
Could
I
be
think you've just
maybe I have to try it. Maybe it's just a blodgy mess, but
Well, that's what this whole experiment's about, though, isn't it? Trying things.
yeah.
So maybe that's something you should be doing, having a look at next, or adding to your plan for next week, for
Yes,
week
maybe it
5.
is. I was trying to think what else I got. I didn't try. I meant to try out that cutting thing out from the sketchbook school where I was going to do loads of drawings, cut them out, and then sort of arrange them and somehow
Yeah,
link them together, which I haven't
yeah,
tried yet. I still need to
yeah.
do that. Oh, and one interesting thing, um, and someone said on my thing, oh, I'm really liking your characters. They've gone a bit steampunk.
Steampunk. Do you know, I must be getting old 'cause I don't actually really know what steampunk is. I've heard that. I've heard it a few times within our group, and I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
Dorothy used to talk
yeah,
about it.
that's it. What is steampunk? But
Yeah.
I thought I'm not going to ask because because probably everyone knows what steampunk is apart from me.
Do you remember Mad Max, the film Mad Max?
Yeah, I wasn't into stuff like
Oh.
that. I do remember the film, yeah.
But it's like if you look at people's dress, they all dress up sort of so they've got maybe have big dresses, which kind of old fashioned big dresses, big hats,
Right.
but then they'll have cogs and almost bits of machinery sort
Okay.
of go. It's kind of a sci-fi kind of a bit
Okay.
of a mix of old and new, and I don't know why it's called steam, whether it's from the steam age, I don't know some of it. But but anyway, someone said that, and I think it's because I'm sort of doing the whirly eye and one of them had
Yeah.
flouncy sleeves, and actually that's quite interesting. And I thought that might be an avenue to actually explore that maybe I could make them more
Yeah.
steampunky. So that, and I hadn't even thought much about it. She'd said it, but then my friend Lisa, when I was chatting to her, she goes, "Oh, I saw the comment about steampunk," and I thought, "Oh, maybe I should explore that." So yeah, that was that.
So 4 weeks in, you
Yeah.
know, you obviously, how valuable has it been, do you think, so far?
Um,
Don't say no, no, it hasn't been valuable at all. You've got a
no,
lot of drawing done, that's for
yeah,
sure.
it's valuable from the sense of yeah, I've done a lot of drawing, and valuable from the sense that it's focusing my mind,
Yeah.
but I still feel like all up in the air.
And you've
And
still got a long way to go yet, so
yeah, and I've also sort of decided that if I don't know what I'm doing by the end of the 8 weeks still, that I'm just going to pick something and say, right, so say I've decided to do characters. for
Yeah.
example. I'm
Yeah.
just going to say, I'm going to do characters. I'm going to do them in near colours for the next 30 days.
Yeah. And
So I'm
then,
going to narrow. And
yeah.
then after 30 days, I think no or yes or...
Yeah, because you don't want to get bored, do you? But you see, like I keep saying, and I've said it 100 times now, even though everything you're doing is very different in a lot of ways, I can still see it's your stuff. And that's not
Yeah,
because I know you. That's not because of that. If that was on a Twitter feed or an Instagram feed and that popped up, every one of those has got Tara Roscoe in them, definitely. So
yeah.
you've got an underlying style throughout, really.
So maybe I have got an underlying style, but it's not... Maybe
It's
it's
not
I'm looking a marketable.
visible
Maybe I'm
to
looking for
you.
marketable style. I don't even know if I mean marketable. But if I guess I want someone to come and look at my stuff, and it's, oh, she's the person that does...
Does that.
She's
Yes,
the
I see.
person that does characters, and she
Yeah,
does them in really bright colours.
yeah.
Yeah. A weird thing as well, actually. Can you see? I don't know what you can see on my board. Can you see that thing in the middle? That weird character that's this.
The one with the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't like that when I did it.
I know, and I loved it.
And now you liked a different one, actually. There's
I
a
I
different...
like. Yeah, there is another one I like, which was kind of like different, more muted colours or blues and
Yeah.
yellows. I love those.
And now I really like it.
But that's often the way. Did you just not look at it for a few days, then look at it and think, oh, because that
No,
happens to me. That
no,
happens
it's
to me a
just
lot.
sitting there, does it? What, one of your paintings
Oh
or
yeah, there's
sketches?
sometimes yeah, it will either or. Mainly sketches because generally speaking with paintings I won't stop until I'm reasonably happy. But yeah, with sketches I can think, oh well, like as you know, when we've been out in sketching
Yeah.
together and sketching from life, I'll look at one and think, oh my God, that is not going to see the light of day. That's going to find the waste paper basket when I get home. And then maybe the next day I'll have a look and think, oh, actually, I don't mind it now. And then I've gone from one extreme to the other where I've hated something, and then thought I really like it. And actually, there's one well, I know we've referred to it a few times. The one that got rained on a bit. You
Love
remember?
that one. Yeah, love it.
I did. I did the some buildings. I drew some sort of buildings. It was like a street in London, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And a little car and whatever. It was just a street we were doing, and I was doing it in water soluble ink because I was planning to dissolve some of it with the water to make the shadows. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, came torrential downpour, didn't it? And we were
Yeah.
like, oh my God, run down the road and hid under a porch thing. And I looked at this thing and it was just dribbling everywhere. And Tara said, I really like that. And I'm like, oh my God, it's beautiful. Anyway, funny enough, the next day I looked at it, I thought, wow. To be honest though, I think if it hadn't rained on it, it would have been rubbish.
No.
So
I
I
think it would have been good, but it would have been different.
would have been so different, so
Yeah.
different. So it was like a
Yeah.
happy accident.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, it is strange. But that one, I'm not sure if I like the... Because I don't know if you can see, there's a bit of collage on that, and I don't know if I like it or not.
I can't see the collage because it's too far away.
Oh. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I don't know if I like that, if it looks too grungy.
I like it.
But do you
I
like
like
the
it. It's really
roughness? Do you like
bright.
the roughness?
Yeah, I do. I think, if I'm honest, I think I prefer,
Yeah.
from a personal taste point of view, I prefer like the ones with the big eyes, the women
Yeah.
on the left, where it's smoothed out a little bit.
Yeah. Sherlock again.
Where were we? What were we saying? Oh,
No,
okay.
like
We'll
the
just do a bit.
smoothness.
Yeah,
You like...
we'll do a bit of editing, okay?
Okay.
So hopefully no one will notice. Anyway, so what I was saying before the little interruption was the one in the background, the sort of smoothness of that. I probably, from a personal taste,
Yeah.
prefer that. But then I'm an oil painter, so that's going to be more
Yeah.
me, isn't it? Whereas that other people would probably prefer. So it's down to what you like and how you enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, what I do love about that one, the one you've just put down, is the bright vividness of that red. You know, the
Yeah.
bright colours.
It is very
I love that.
scrappy though, isn't it? So yeah, I'm not sure. But I don't know. I like the kind of hot, I don't like the character that much either, but the kind of feel of
Yeah,
it, I guess.
yeah.
It's too scrappy. But yeah.
So what's the plan for week 5?
Um, the plan is I have no plan. No,
Oh, you've completely diverted from the
no.
plan. Do
Um,
you know anyone who is watching this has no idea how long it took that plan to form?
yeah,
If you spent ages making that plan and now you're just like, forget
yeah,
that plan.
I've got a week 5, week 4 all written down what I was going to do in those weeks, haven't I?
Yeah,
And let me tell you what I had to written down for week 4. It says experiment with ripped up faces and then drawing them, and then drawing around them. Draw a realistic face, rip up and draw in the missing bits. And then it says reimagine your work as the opposite, which was something from the Creative Pep Talk podcast.
yeah,
Um, and then it says look back and forward. That was basically just review my work. So that's what I had planned. I think I'm going to do the sketchbook school thing, the different
yeah,
maybe try, but that might be over 2 days because I might draw all the characters one day, then colour them up the next or something like that. Put them together the
yeah,
next, something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I still this torn between the face and the characters. I don't know what is me.
Do you know what I think you should do?
What?
Every single day, you just look at your page and think, what do I feel like doing today? You do it, and then if eventually after the next week or so you realise that nearly every day you're drawing characters,
Yeah.
that's probably what you're naturally more inclined to do.
Yeah,
And if
maybe.
every day you realise you've drawn loads of faces and you only draw one character, then maybe that's what you should be doing.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what else I was thinking. I keep fighting and trying to use paint, and I did quite like gouache actually, but
Oh, it's
maybe
gouache now, is it? You used to
gouache,
say
yeah.
gouache.
No, you're
Did you?
gouache. You're
I'm gouache.
gouache. I'm gouache. Um,
Gouache. Okay.
yeah, so I did quite like that, but maybe I should just stick with I like neocolours. I like dry media, like brush pens, markers. So maybe I should just run with those a bit more.
Yeah, I think yeah, just go with what comes naturally to you at the time.
Yeah,
And if you do that on a daily basis, and then you look back and think, what have I done most of? Because that's what I wanted to do, not because I planned to do it. What have I
yeah,
just done most of? And what did I enjoy doing the most? And then maybe that'll give you more of a hunch of where you're at and
maybe. Yeah,
what you're doing.
yeah.
So, right, well, good luck for next week, and we
Thank you.
catch up on Friday
Yep.
and see how you got on.
See ya.
See you later.
Bye. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get updates on what's happening with the Find Your Art Style experiment. We also create a video every Sunday called Art Kick Sunday, so make sure you check out that playlist too.